Hello everyone, welcome back to the stream. Geeky Zav, good to see you both as always. Hope you're keeping well. We're a few minutes away still from qualifying. Seems there's a small delay in getting the server up. So schedule's sort of pushed back by 5 minutes. But yes, it'll not too long to wait. But yes, today we have the 5th and penultimate round of the Ferrari Challenge from RCI. We're at Donnington, a small, narrow track that for these cars, I should get the game audio back on. There we go. Can hear the cars going around for the final couple of minutes of practice. And hello, there we are. Welcome to the stream, everyone. I have been out for some laps just before I started the stream, using about 2.4 litres a lap. Race pace seems to be about 1:30, so 90 seconds. We've got a 1 hour race, 5:90. 40 laps, 40 times 2.4, 96. So 50-50 should see us through the race. No, I just like Scotty. It's just stuck. It's, been the last, how long now? It's been 5 years and 4 months as Scotty, so I've seen no reason why to change now. It's it just makes sense. So yes, one thing is qualifying now with the sort of shorter lap at 90 seconds. That means you can get about 10 laps in, or you can do 5 and 5, which I'm tempted by. Yeah, let's go 5 and 4. So start with 13, and then we'll we'll start with 14 litres for qualifying, and then we'll drop down a little bit for the for a second run. Hopefully it works out. Might not work out as much with the colder tires, not having any tire warmers. I've just realised something. I pressed a button to turn that on and I never realised. Yes, so we're just waiting for the final couple of cars to finish their practice laps here. And the 23 invalidated.
Green line, give it all you got.
Doesn't seem to be too many people going out for the start of the session, which is nice. Means we won't have to fight too hard for track position. So Ferrari Challenge cars quite front around here in Donnington. A little bit of a different challenge to the GT3s. Of course, not as much downforce, but the straight line speed is greater. does make this a bit of a different challenge. Already have the car in front of us running a little wide.
Yellow flag in sector 1.
You can see a very bouncy chicane for this car. It doesn't handle it too well, to be honest, but that's something that we're going to have to deal with. Yeah, might as well. I don't think this lap will really matter anyway, but we'll do it because why not? Use a bit of the pit entry into turn 1 just to open up the corner. Try and carry an extra kilometre to minimum speed through the apex. Make our way down. The S is now not flat out in the Ferrari Challenge car. For heavy onto the brakes, get the car into the old hairpin. Try and keep it on the track, running slightly wide onto the grass. That would give us the best run as we head up here to this right-hander that I don't know the name of, or even the turn number of, to be honest. Make our way through there. Now we've got this blind apex right-hander. Thankfully we've got the pole there that marks the apex, but that will eventually get knocked away. Now, hang down to the chicane. You want to take a lot of the first apex. That was too much of the second apex. Nearly getting into the gravel pits, too tight of a line. Too tight of a line to keep on track on the exit of the second part of the chicane. But we still have a few laps before we'll pit for a new set of tyres. I say pit, we'll return to garage. I've already done a couple of practice pit stops today, and feel quite good with them. Car awkwardly bouncing on that apex curb. Ferrari Challenge certainly struggles with the curbs here, though, more than the GT3s. So you, in a way, have to be a little bit more precise, which is easier said than done, especially when you're also missing a lot of the downforce that the GT3s have. That was too late on the brakes there. We get 31.1 in for our first valid flying lap. Definitely have a little more time in that, can easily get down into the 30s. Though the top times will be in the 29s.
There's a slow car ahead. Yellow flag, be careful.
That was a big sideways moment for that car in front. Couple people bailing from their first run a little bit early. We're going to continue pushing on. 2.5 tenths up. Let's see if we can make a bit of time at the hairpin, getting our braking zone right, getting that apex quite nicely. Though I'd say probably a little too early on the brakes that time round. Losing a bit of time, only 2 tenths up as we get to the line. Will get us in sub 31. Guess up to 12th place, but we know there's plenty more time in that. Maybe up to half a second. Live that apex. Car sliding around down the S's, just about keep the wheels out of the grass. That sliding has cost us a 10th.
Yellow flag in sector 1.
Rear tires again quite warm, a little overpressured. Clean run through the chicane. Better exit this time, picking up a 10th.
Yellow flag ahead. Be careful.
Picking up a couple more tenths in the final corner.
Well done, mate. You've lost
And
us.
we don't have the fuel to go for another lap, so it's time to shift onto a new set of tires. We will take 3 litres out. And we'll just wait. No, we'll get going.
Low tire pressure. Stay away from curbs.
Let the 20 go and we'll slot into this bit of clean air. Yes, Gigi, no ratings. I found a way to turn them off. And so I thought, yeah, clean up the HUD that ever slight bit more. They're only really a distraction, to be honest, so it made sense. I also disabled chat from appearing, which is quite useful in the endurance races, or any race where there's live streaming and the organisers decide that, hey, we need to put distracting messages in chat for every penalty we give. Yeah. So, got fed up with that, so I just turned the chat off.
Yellow flag in sector 1. Yellow flag. Be careful there.
Anyway, currently with our 30.6 from last run, that has us just within top 10 at this point, though I think we can safely assume that we'll fall out of the top 10. Yes, of the game messages still appear. Just not the ones that people type into the chat. But this lap is going quite well, to be honest. We're 2/10 up.
There's a slow car ahead.
Felt like a good run through the chicane, even nabbing a bit of grass before the braking zone. A little deep, but we'll cut back for hopefully a better exit. Now I have lost about 1/10 there in the hairpin. Lost a little bit there too.
Well done, mate.
So we get 30.6 dead. It does move us up one position. We'll have 2 more laps.
In sector 3.
I could have had a 5th lap if I didn't take any fuel out of the car. Getting my maths slightly wrong. And we were just over a 10th up once again as we head to the chicane. Get much more of a bounce through the second part of the chicane. Good run through the hairpin, making up by 1/10 and a half. Deep into the final hairpin. Lose a little bit of time, but get down to 30.3. This will be our final lap. Deep into that sort of double apex right-hander. Just couldn't get the car slowed down for it. It's a difficult one as you're sort of turning while braking a bit. It can upset the car on the ABS. Doesn't look like this lap will be of any improvement. We had a really good chicane there though. I think we gained about 2/10. You can see different line, gain a lot of time on the way in or on the apex of the chicane. Or the hairpin I should say, lose it all on the exit. Ooh, that was very tight in the pit entry. But yeah, a good practice. A little bit short. A little bit short, so we can be a little more aggressive on the pit entry. Yeah, one final practice. Currently 7/10 off the pole time, which is a bit closer than expected to be honest, with the practice I've had. Well, that is certainly very close. We have got, let's say, because we had 3 cars within basically half a 10th of us for a moment. One of those people did improve to demote us to P8. Before the race starts, I do have to go do something for a couple of minutes. So, yes, before the race begins, take a little break. Make sure you keep yourself hydrated, get yourself maybe a snack for the race, and back in a few minutes. Right, I am back. We've got just over 2 minutes till the formation lap begins. Welcome, Emmy. I see you've joined us in the downtime between quali and the race. We have finished up P8 in the end. So we did hold on to P8. I'm not hopeful, to be honest, of going forward this race. Have a look at the qualifying timetables. You can see there were a couple of cars just half a tenth away from us, another car within by a tenth behind us, whereas we're nearly a tenth and a half away from the next car. You know, we've got 3 cars within the same gap behind us as we have to the next car in front of us, which isn't ideal. If we look at our sector times, we had by half a tenth 600ths in the final sector. Not that that would have made any difference to our position. So, yes, setup. We should setup seemed. It's a little bit hot, so I'm just going to reduce the rear pressures by 0.2. 0.3, let's say. It's not ideal, but yeah, we'll put 48 in. We'll use the current pressures, and that is that all good. So yes,
20 seconds.
how many people do we have this race? 20 on the grid, so we are in the top half, which is nice. Get the ignition on.
Going single file.
As the front of the grid starts pulling away for the formation lap. We'll patiently wait our turn. Start putting heat into those brakes as soon as we can. Let that heat absorb into the tires, start to warm them up. Just let the brakes cool down a little bit before we heat them up again, because we don't want to overheat the brakes. That can just reduce their performance. And yes, this is quite an unrealistic race. No rain. Bright sunny day. In all honesty, I really wish there was some cloud cover this race, because the temperatures that we have, 25 degrees ambient, 33 track, really not helping the rear tires. They are quite overheated, as you'll see when we get a few laps into the race. You would have seen in qualifying too. And having to reduce the pressure for the reduce the rear tire pressures is only going to make the overheating worse. can see tire pressure is quite low, especially on the rear, but they'll come up when we get going in the race as they start to overheat. Gotta be careful we stay inside our box. See they're slightly jumping forward on the tight line through the final hairpin. Wait for the green signal.
Green line, here we go. Car on the right. Clear on the right. Car on the right. Clear on the right. Car on the right.
There was a space there, but it
Clear on the
got
right.
closed down, so let's just be safe.
Clear on the right.
Can carry the momentum around the outside for P7. Someone's really messed their braking point up into that corner and has absolutely murdered someone. I've got a move up ahead from the 60 on the 256. But kept our nose clean. Got ourselves into 5th place. So everyone concertina's up into the hairpin for the first time. The first of the 2 hairpins. Which has caused a bit of chaos further back, it looks. Yellow flags coming out. Do I want to settle down in this race? Get used to the car having an extra 40 litres of fuel in it than what it had for qualifying. We are putting the 256 in the difficult position. Seems like they have a lot of pace on the 60, but we're kind of just stealing half of their attention. Forcing them to look behind them instead of purely in front of them, as they'd ideally like to. A bit of a messy end to the lap.
Well done, mate. The fastest lap so far.
Some of the braking boards have been scattered across the track. We've just dropped off the back of the 256. But we've also managed to just slightly drop the 699 behind us. Field just starting to spread out now. Allowing the pace to increase. We've got a few tenths on the car behind, which is nice to see. But unfortunately, we do also are down a couple of tenths on the cars in front. A little bit of grass there from 256. Really awkward bounce. I don't know whether I want third or fourth through that corner, to be honest. Third feels like it's a little too low, but fourth is kind of giving me a little bit of oversteer on throttle. I'm not too sure. I think I need to try and cut the chicane just a little bit more than I did that lap. Decisions. Not as bad of a bounce there. So we've got change in position in front of us. Yes, Sav pointing out that there is an airport. Neighbouring Donnington. it's often this direction that we're facing, and occasionally you will see planes come into land over the circuit, which is a nice little detail from Kunos. Just over 10 minutes through the race now. We are continuing to extend the gap we have to the car behind. This is quickly looking like it's going to be, let's not speak too soon, one of those races where we're just able to, you know, keep the car behind us at distance, but we're also not able to close in on the car in front of us. I would be surprised if we don't see one this race, Geeky. A little bit deep there. Ah, that was stupid of me. I just remembered that I needed to stop the recording for the stream because I don't have any space on my SSD left to record. And so I looked over at my second monitor as I got to the braking zone. That was so stupid of myself. That's a terrible chicane. Well, someone else has missed their braking points. That's one free position back. More cars taking themselves off as the pit window opens. There goes that bollard. It's getting close up ahead. That's some aggressive racing right there. Just realized something I probably should have done with the setup to have tried to help rear tire overheating. Probably should have opened the rear brake ducts. Oh well, too late now. Just slot my way through there.
On the left.
And so far we've gained back all but one position that we lost in that stupid mistake. Car behind us just took a good whack there in the hairpin, if you were watching the radar closely enough. So I think it's in our best interests to try and run away as much as possible. Otherwise, we may become the next victim. That's a good run through the chicane that time. Rear tires certainly are kicking. seem to be fighting and slowing themselves down behind, which is helping us create a nice little gap, which we'll probably need if we catch the car in front and have to try and overtake them. That was nicely through the chicane that time, but still wasn't too bad. Looks like there's some change of position behind. Mistake there from the car in front. Don't think we're quite close enough to capitalize on it, but certainly start putting pressure on them. They've gone wide again.
Clear on the left.
We'll be able to take the position this time. There we are, back up in 5th. Just capitalizing on incidents and mistakes. Pit strat is all set up. Just need to try and open up as much of a gap now before that 23 car makes their way through. I don't think we're going to be closing down that 13-second gap. The important thing is to get a gap from the cars behind. As you can see, the 23 has now got past the 28. I imagine they'll start hunting us down. We have 3 more laps of fuel.
Driver ahead of sector 3.
That's not quite where the track is. Rear tires are really struggling. Yeah, losing half a second that lap. Rear tires just aren't good enough to get sub 31s anymore. Yeah, in ACC it's you change all tires or you change none. Lots of people coming in this lap to pit. We'll go one more lap.
Left box.
So will the car behind us. Why the car bounced off the curb there?
We are halfway through, not over yet.
Go good exit over the chicane compared to the car behind. Yep, everything is good for the stop. Knowingly we had a car parked just in front of us. I will stop the recording, tab back into the game, turn ignition back on. So this is going to be a critical light lap here as the car we're fighting against is trying to overcut us. The pit stop's good. We'll be out in clean air. '23 is continuing to lap. I have a funny feeling that we won't be keeping P5 this race. I think they've just got enough pace on us. Because if they're running longer into the race, they've been carrying more fuel than us in the race so far. And if they've been able to just slightly beat our lap times with more fuel, imagine how they'll be when they have the same amount of fuel as us and newer tires. '23 is in the pits this lap. So they would have been carrying about an extra 5 litres of fuel. It's gonna be a drag race. That was very brave from them through the S's. And maybe could have been more aggressive into T1. Last thing I wanted to do was throw it into their door. Yeah, as I said, I don't expect us to keep in front of them. I'm more concerned about the car behind us now, because the 30.2 is a really good lap. I think that's better than what we did in qualifying. So that's going to be a slight concern. You can see the rear end already stepping out under braking. We're just a few laps into the stint. And again from the car in front. Ah, that curb.
Car on the right. Clear on the right.
It's like your best friend in a GT3 car, but this Ferrari Challenge just isn't able to ride it at all. It's going to be back down to P8. If I didn't make that mistake, looking over my second monitor, missing my braking point here, I'd still be in P6. But I would be, these two cars would be hunting me down easily. I don't think I'd be able to hold off the front one, the 23, but I might have held on to his 7th from the 777. It's hard to say though. We'll never know the true answer to about minutes left of the race to go. Oh, we do have one car still in the pits, number 46. So that'll bring us to P7. So we've still gained 1 position on our qualifying where we qualified. Maybe could have been 1 position more, but silly mistake. I totally missed my braking point there by a car length. I'm surprised I even made the chicane, to be honest. Dodgy chicane there. Just like over C, our fastest time so far is a 1:30.6. I can't remember if we set that in the first stint or if we set it in this stint. As in, I don't know if the 30.6 represents the delta on the car's dash at the moment, or if it will be a different time because I set at 30.6 in the previous stint. Because it'd be nice to try and lower it a little. We were 2/10 up on our delta last lap, up until the chicane. I think the rear tires are just gonna kick themselves before again I'm able to beat that time. Pit window closes. Indicating 15 minutes left in the race. Still about 11 laps to go. field leaders just making their way out of the chicane. Actually closed in on the car in front that lap. Maybe it was just a bad bounce off the chicane for the car ahead. Of course, 777 did pit a lap or two earlier than us, so their tyres will be slightly older. That doesn't guarantee that our tyres will be better than theirs, depends how good we've, or how much we've hurt the tyre. Separated by only 3 thousandths that lap. I think the fact that we're able to close in a bit on the 777 at this stage of the race shows that if we didn't make that mistake in the first stint, we would have been able to hold on to P6. Deep into the final hairpin once again. I think we're trying out some different lines from the 777. As if definitely trying out something different at the final hairpin. Has a good run through the chicane. Still lost by a 10th in that hairpin. And yeah, we did our fastest time in the first stint. Improved by half a 10th on our delta, and we're still nearly a 10th off of our personal best for this race. A bit of understeer there. But we did slightly beat the 777 on that again. You know, just hovering close enough that should they make a mistake, a significant mistake I should say, if I don't make the mistake first, that is, that we're just able to sort of take advantage of it. That gap hasn't opened up with those couple of little errors. Per laps from both of us. See, that could have been the lap that we gained half a second. Just start putting a bit of pressure on them. Does mean that even with our mistakes, though the gap didn't open up at all, we're still sort of in that ballpark of 2 seconds. Also, I don't know if any of the... I think the 23 in P5, so we have a horrible bounce through the chicane once again. I think the 23, the yellow Ferrari in P5, did cause at least one, if not maybe two of the incidents that helped us gain places earlier this race. If they get given a penalty for those incidents, they could very well see themselves demoted back behind us. So we could still be in the on the cards for P6 technically. We won't find that out until next week, if I bothered to check the website, which I don't normally do, to be honest, because I'm not really one to look at championship standings. I just want to enjoy the racing on track. I think we're going to have 4 laps to go come the end of this lap, which we'll definitely have enough fuel for. We're also closing in on a battle for P18, if they are on the same lap. You can just see in the distance. Seconds up the road. Hopefully that doesn't get dicey when we're right behind them and get involved in any incidents. But it'd be nice to watch some close racing come the end of the race. Maybe we'll see a good overtake. A little deep into the chicane. Nearly cut the second part. No track warnings so far this race, which is very good going. It's very easy to pick one up just for cutting the chicane. And also running wide at the old hairpin, that can also easily give you a warning. No track limit penalties so far. So everyone's being well behaved this race. Seeing a defence there for P18. 777's going to be getting a little annoyed as the battle is starting to hold them up. And if the 157 isn't careful, they may open up an opportunity to the 15 when they let the 777 by to be lapped. Looks like they're good at now coming down to the chicane. But side by side through the chicane is a bit awkward. We had to cut the chicane there to get past the lapped car. You can see it's having a look down the inside of the hairpin. That's what I mean, just open the opportunity. We go down the inside into the hairpin. The number 15 tries to follow through. They're still side by side. So they come up to the final corner. It looks like the 157 was able to cover it off with the inside into the final corner. But there's still 2 more laps for that to change. And also the 44. I'm not too sure if they're still on the same lap, because I did see them in the pits at the end of the first lap. And they obviously did come in for what would have been a second pit stop during the pit window. So maybe we'll see a few changes for position come the final lap. Here starts final lap. There's only about 12 seconds left of the race to go. So, final lap then. Let's not get too distracted by the relative, looking to see if there's an overtake behind. Alright, Ferrari made a few too many mistakes this race. Looks like if there's an overtake, it'll be the 44 getting past 15. Yeah, we'll come out final corner to take P7. For what was a alright race. Mistake did cost us, probably cost us P6. I don't think we would have held on to P5 if we didn't make it. I think the 23 would have hunted us down and passed us anyway. They might get a penalty, I don't know. I do think well, I'm pretty sure I've seen them murder one car. They might have been at fault for another incident, but I don't clearly remember that one, so I'll not say anything else for certain. Obviously, if for them to get a penalty, it's up to the car that they hit to raise a stewarding report against it. They're not obliged to, because it does take time to go in, get the recording required, submit the report. So not required to. You know, the 23 did slow down, it looked like, to give the position back. In which case, you know, the person might say, oh, it's not worth it. This community does reduce penalties if you give positions back after causing incidents like such. But I think there was an incident that someone did take someone out and maybe drove off. I think it was down here at this hairpin, but I can't remember for certain. There is the final results on screen now. You can see 23 pulled a 14-second gap over the 777. You know, I don't think we would have been 14 seconds. I don't think we lost 14 seconds in the mistake, because we did keep out of the wall. We didn't have any damage. So yeah, I don't think that was the case. But yes, that was that. The 44 wasn't for position at the end, unfortunately. So that wasn't really much. That wasn't an actual battle. As we look down the grid, let's have a quick look at the tires. You can see light blistering on the rear tires. For a 30-minute stint to be down at 2.1 wear, that's not great. And yeah, same again for the first set. This was quali sets and practice, not as much wear, didn't run as long on them. But yes, let's switch to full cam, and we'll end the stream with a couple of things. I will take my wheel off. We'll end the stream with a couple of things. Yes, so we'll load up Art of Rally. We'll get the daily stage done for today, and then there's something else I want to show off that I was working on last night. A bit of a progress update for those that are interested in said thing. Meanwhile, let me make a small little adjustment. No, it's not sim rig related. It's kind of not sim racing related. Yes, it's a Switch. Oh, that's nice. Usually the game minimizes whenever I select the transition. It didn't do so this time, which nice little surprise. We last streamed on Thursday. We tried to deal. We got 44th in the end there. That reminded me, I didn't mention Friday's stream. There were server issues. I think Kunos might have put an update or something, but on Friday, a number of communities throughout the day had their servers go down, and they had to try and fix an issue with them. I don't know what the exact specifics are, but it meant that on Friday, uh, LSR couldn't get their server up and running for the race, and therefore the event wasn't able to take place on Friday. So that was the reason for no stream on Fridays. Here we go. We've got Group S at Indonesia, a short 2.7 mile stage on the dirt. So this will go in quite quickly, I imagine. Just careful over that jump. Very easy to carry the speed over it and not be able to slow down for the square right. Especially in cars this quick. Once again, careful over the crest. Don't fire ourselves off into the wilderness. A little brave over that jump. Didn't go too badly though. We're about halfway through the stage now. Couple of nasty corners over the crests. Final corner now. That'll be a 141.3. That felt like a pretty good stage, and it shows. Blimey, yeah, only about 5.5 seconds off the top time. P11, top 3%. Top 3% is pretty good. Yeah, that's definitely one of my better stages there. So yeah, I must say I'm very happy with that. But yes, that will be it. That's the Order Rally stage. Now, this final thing I want to show is going to require me to load up DaVinci Resolve. Yes, I'm going to have to load up an editing suite, which concerns me. I'm not sure. I'm not too sure how my PC is going to handle this. It might not like it. And just before I forget, I'm going to go in and delete this stream recording before I forget, because I kind of would like the 25 gigs that it is taking up on my PC. Let us. I just have to let this load because it's loading quite a complicated timeline. It's been a bit awkward. So if I go full screen on this, I need to switch over to this, turn these off. Right, so this is what I've been working on. If you don't know, I hosted a rally event on BeamNG Drive this past weekend. Yeah, I'm not surprised at that, Zav. Yeah, I see it in the settings. Frames missed due to rendering lag 1,000. Yeah, I'm not surprised at that. But here is a little sneak peek of what I've been editing from that rally event. No one knows the results yet of the rally event. Everyone is waiting on this video for me to edit this video, and this is just a little teaser of how it starts. And it is far from done. This is just a little teaser of what it the sort of BS edit. I still have much more I want to do on this. In terms of wanting things I want to add to it. So that is a little taste of what I'm working on. You'll see that full video in, let's say, a week's time. Roughly a week's time, whenever I have it done. That's a little teaser. I do want to add extra graphics onto that. I want to slightly animate them, so it will take time to get that all done. But yes, for now, yeah, that is well. I've got a lot more done than that, obviously, but that is all I'm going to show. So yeah, that is going to do it for this stream, because I'm going to go have dinner, and then I'm going to get on with editing that video. Thank you all very much for watching the stream. Zav, Geeky, Emmy for being here, and of course to anyone else that may have been lurking in chat. I will see you next time on Thursday for the next round of the Harakiri GT2 series. I can't remember where that is, but that will be round to 5, and then hopefully we'll be able to get back on track with the Thank God It's Race Day series from LSR. I should have the time to do that race, and hopefully servers will be working this week, so we can get that back after 2 missed weeks. But yes, that's it for tonight. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll hopefully see you in one of those streams. Bye bye. I didn't have the thing ready. Awkward.